Hi all, welcome back to my channel. No apologies, you do you, boo. Today I'm going to put together a video for you of just some prepping I've done, making ground beef skirt sandwiches out of sirloin steak and roast, out of one sirloin round roast that we bought on sale, of course some chicken breast and some bread. So just a day with me in the kitchen. Come along, take a look, tell me what you think. Okay, welcome back. Today we're going to use this round sirloin roast that we bought, and I'm going to make 3 different types of meat meals out of this. Now this was on sale for $3.47 a pound, so we bought it. This here is a roast that I think can be a little tough sometimes to cook or eat, so we're going to do some different things with it. I'll show you what to do. And keep in mind, don't turn your nose up at this stuff when it's on sale, because you can do so many interesting things. So what we're going to do is this section here that you see is a little bit gristly and fatty, that we're going to make hamburger out of. So I'm just going to cut this portion off, and that'll become ground beef. So get that cut and set aside. And we'll come back to that. Then what I'm going to do is this section, we're gonna cut it thin, and I'm going to hammer it with my meat tenderizer so that we can make some skirt steak sandwiches, breaded. Kind of like you would with a chicken fried steak, or you would do with a tenderloin sandwich. You can do this with the beef as well. So this section here, we're going to cut off, section that differently, and we're going to make that into some beef loin skirt steaks for sandwiches, or with a great dinner with gravy, mashed potatoes. That's what we do here. And then this here, I think what I'll do is I'm going to just keep it this way, and that'll be a nice little pot roast dinner one evening for Kevin and I, with some carrots, peas, potatoes, and simmered in a crock pot for a few hours. That's what we'll do with that section. All right, so let's get this bagged up, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do with this and breading it in a moment. So let's get this section of meat into a bag and vacuum seal it. And this will make a nice little roast dinner one evening for Kevin and I in the crock pot. So this packet of meat was on sale for $3.47 a pound, and we paid $11 for all of this beef here. So don't pass it up when you see it in the supermarket at a price and you'll think, what am I going to do with that roast? I'm going to show you. So we've got this one vacuum sealed. Now this, let's get some hamburger made, get that out of my way. Now you don't need a meat grinder to make ground beef. If you have a Ninja food processor or any type of food processor, you can make ground beef. Ground turkey, ground chicken, whatever you want. But today we're doing ground beef. So let me get my slicer and get started. And I'll caution you again when you're using these slicers, be careful you don't touch the blade. It is extremely sharp. You will cut yourself. All right, so we're gonna make ground beef out of this section. And I'm gonna cut it up in a few pieces to get it in there so it grinds up faster. Here we go. And let's turn it on high. Beautiful. And there we have it. Ground beef. So when you see items like this on sale, roast, something you would traditionally not buy because you thought, that steak is a little chewier. That roast seems to be a little chewy. What am I gonna do with that whole roast? This is what you're gonna do. All right, so let's get this sealed up. Ground beef. I'll make some nice patties. And I bag these for 2 people for a meal. So, as you can see, we have 2 meals for 2 people, or 4 individual meals, depending on how many you're feeding in your home. So we're done with this. Let's get our ground beef sealed. So you'll see how many meals we're gonna get out of this $13 sirloin roast. So the next thing we're gonna do, I'll bring the camera closer so you can see what I'm doing. We're gonna make some like sirloin, tenderloin, thin sandwich steaks out of this. So what I've already done before I turned the camera on is I made myself oat flour. Now you can use regular flour for your breading. You can use oat flour, whatever you choose. Now I do like oat flour, and that's what is in here. So I just take my regular oats and I put them in my spice grinder. You can buy oat flour at the grocery store, but it is extremely expensive, so I don't do that. I grind it myself. So let's grind the oats in the flour. And then to help the batter stay on the steaks nicer, you can use a potato starch or cornstarch. Either one, add it to your flour, whether it be oats or whether it be flour. It just gives the batter a little bit more crispiness, golden brown, and it adheres better to the meat. So let's stir that up. Our oats, and I put in some potato starch, and I put in some cornstarch just to show you. You can use both, you can use one, you can go without. So now we've got a really nice flour here for our sirloin skirt steaks that you can fry and eat them as a sandwich or with a dish of potatoes, mashed potatoes, and gravy. Wonderful. So I'm going to cut this in half because we're going to get 4 of them because it's very thick. So let's cut this in half again. Now, Kevin and I have already eaten 2 of these today for lunch, and you'll see that added onto this video, a quick snippet of cooking these and eating them for lunch. So today for lunch, I am making some sirloin fried steak. So let's get these started, and then after lunch, I'll show you how we got to this point. And I have them breaded with potato starch and oat flour. And let's get them in the oil. There we go. Doesn't take long for these to cook. Battered fried steak sandwich. So easy to do. We're done. Now I would like these normally using some horseradish, but I'm out. So we're gonna use just some ketchup and mustard, make a simple sirloin fried sandwich. Simple lunch or dinner. My Grey Poupon. And you can put onion, pickle, whatever you want on these sandwiches. We're just gonna do it this way. A really simple lunch. A great way to use top sirloin, round steak. Be inventive. And ready for lunch. So we're gonna get 6 sandwiches or 6 servings, 6 meals out of this. So let's cut it in half again. Just a really great way to budget your money, to be frugal in your shopping experience, and wonderful for your prepper's kitchen. See how nice those are? Let's do 2 more that way, because they're awfully thick. There we go. Then we're gonna pound them to thin them out. And I'm gonna use my meat tenderizer, hammer, not spice. So, one of these. See how beautiful that is? Let's do all 4 of them that way. So we're flattening them out so that they cook faster and they make a great little sandwich. Or again, you can fry this with your batter and make some mashed potatoes, beef gravy, makes a wonderful comfort food dinner. All right, so then what I do is I do spray these with oil. It helps the flour adhere better. You can use an olive oil, vegetable oil, whatever you want. I like to spray them so that I can freeze them. The batter stays on. Then when you get ready to cook these, you can take them right out of the freezer. Put them in your oil, frozen, like we do tenderloin sandwiches. And it helps the batter or the powder stay on there better. So we're just gonna put the oat flour on there. Like that. See how nice those are? Beautiful. And I am going to put some parchment paper between these when I freeze them. You don't have to do that if you don't want. You can use saran wrap, even a paper towel. I just want to keep these separate so that the batter sticks to the individual cutlet. All right, let's get these bagged. It is a little bit of a mess, but it's well worth it to be prepared when you're ready to cook dinner. You have everything available, and it makes for an easier cleanup when you're done cooking, as well as an easier cooking process. All right, so we've got that one in there. And let's put the second one in there. So we have in here 2 of our cutlets, just like so. Isn't that nice? Okay, let's get these sealed. Perfect. Also at the grocery store this week, we did buy some chicken breast. And I purchased 8 pounds, which is the maximum you can do. And it was $1.47 a pound. So we got 8 pounds, and they're over here in the crock pot because this here will become dog food for Koji. As you can see out the window here, it's a beautiful day. It's 82 degrees. I've already done some work in the garden this morning, and today I wanted to finish up prepping food. So let's do some math on this. So that sirloin roast cost me $13 and some change, so let's say $14. So I want to take that $14 and divide it by how many meals we got out of that. Or servings. Let's do servings, because there's 2 servings to a bag. So for $14 we got 12 servings. And that's not bad. So if we take $3.40 or $14, we're going to divide that by 12 servings. It's $1.17 a serving for dinner. If you ate nothing but a piece of meat, it's $1.17. So I encourage you to continue to shop while it's on sale. Become inventive with how you prep, how you package, and how you plan your dinners or lunches. Become creative. You can beat this high inflation. Set the parameters to fit your lifestyle, your budget. And for $1.16, you can have a great sandwich. You can have nice roast. You can have a burger. Stop giving your money away to fast food chain restaurants where the food is loaded with chemicals. I'm going to be 69 in 2 days. I am grateful at this stage of my life. I take no medications for anything. Some people think I should take them for mental issues. That's another video. But I take no medications. And I'm grateful for that. However, I said that to say this. If you eat healthy, you think healthy, you get toxicities out of your life. That is toxic chemicals, toxic thoughts, and toxic relationships, which include toxic people. If you remove toxicities out of your life, you can live a healthy, happy longevity of health. So thanks for coming along, and we'll see you on the next video. No apologies. You do you, boo.